to the spiritual religion.
He's having a wonderful day.
Stay low.
No grass eating.
Wonderful day. No grass today. Yeah, doing good. He's looking forward to his chicken.
Well, the kid's got a good life, you know.
Doesn't he though?
No photos on the TV.
You're live, Lola.
You're live, Lola. Live and
Tell
direct.
us a joke.
Watching on YouTube now.
She makes all the money.
Yeah.
She brings it in. So we'll start in just a minute. Make sure I turn on my little. Come on. Oh, no, technical difficulties. What's going on with that? Oh, I can put on this now.
Good thing Chris is here.
Because, yeah, it is a good thing he's here. It is a good thing he's here. Because I didn't do something right. That works now. Hopefully this thing is showing the speaker through that.
That's it.
All right. I believe this is working. I'm not sure about this part.
You need help?
I do not. I don't believe. I'm just trying to figure out what I've done. What have I done? Oh well, I don't think I can change it at this point. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Of course she does. Lola. Lola Sofia. Oh. Let me get a strap. I'm wandering off. Lola, you gotta take up the camera space. All right, so we're gonna start in a seated position. Easy seated position. So an easy seated position is one where your spine is tall and straight. I like to sit up on a block because it takes some of the strain out of my back. If you're sitting and you feel rounded or you feel like you're making a big effort in order to sit up tall, just sit up on a block so that you can get your spine to be at ease. It just takes some of the effort out of your spine. And that's what we want to kind of do in this class, is be aware of our spines. Whether you have a back problem or not, your arms, your legs, everything moves around the spine. So I try to keep a little bit of focus on the spine. Just close your eyes for a moment. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, try to fill the bottom of your lungs. And as you exhale, just see if you can hold that tall and lengthened spine with ease. Release any trying or effort and just bring your awareness to the sensations of the breath as it enters in through your nose. As you feel the lungs expand, your rib cage expand from the bottom. As you exhale, see if you can hold a gentle, at ease posture. Take another deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently let your chin drop down towards your chest, just stretching up the back of your neck. Breathing deeply in through your nose, exhaling slowly. When you next exhale, your right ear comes to your right shoulder. Just gently pushing the left elbow down towards the floor to feel that stretch between your left ear and your left shoulder. No struggles and no strains. Remember, if it doesn't feel right for you, back out of the pose. No position or pose should cause any pain. Exhaling, your head drops back, your chin up towards the sky. Your next exhale, your left ear comes to your left shoulder. You can push down your right elbow towards the floor. That just anchors the stretch so you feel it between the elbow and the ear. No struggles, no strains. Then let your chin gently drop down towards your chest. As you inhale, let your chin rise up to neutral. Let your arms begin to rise up to the ceiling. So the idea here is to keep your shoulder blades away from your ears. So you're not trying to pinch your ears. You're actually pulling your shoulder blades down. The stretches between the fingertips and the bottom of your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, just interlace your fingers and turn the palms inside out. So the palms of your hands are floating up towards the sky, just reaching and stretching through those wrists. Very gentle, very easy. Lengthen your spine with an inhale. As you exhale, turn towards your left. So you're just turning your spine gently. You're going to wake up the spine. We're going to ask you to make gentle movements before we get anything deep. Deeper inhale, lengthening. As you exhale, take it all the way to your right. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. As you inhale, really lengthen. Reach the palms of your hands up. As you exhale, turn back to face the front. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, your left hand comes to the floor. Reach over towards the left, looking up at your right arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Just bring your attention to your sit bones, those bones you feel when you sit on the floor. Make sure the one on the right doesn't come up off the floor, so you're not trying to lift that in. You're trying to keep that rooted down. And then breathe into that right rib cage. Feel the expansion of the rib cage as you take a deep inhale. As you take an exhale, see if you can reach just a little further, perhaps walking your left hand out, or just reaching further with the right. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, come back up to the ceiling. So we're always moving as we breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your right hand comes down. Your left arm reaches up and over. So if it doesn't bother your neck, look up at your left arm. If it hurts your neck, just look straight ahead. It's perfectly fine. Try to keep that left hip bone down. And then bring your focus and attention to the depth of your breath into that left rib cage. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Take a deep inhale, reach. As you exhale, you may try to walk that that right hand out a little further. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring it back up. Lengthening your spine with an inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee, your left hand to the floor behind you. So gently push down into the floor with that left hand, lengthening your spine. Rotating towards your left, looking over your left shoulder if that doesn't bother your neck. And then close your eyes for a moment and just feel the stretch. Feel the depth of your breath as it enters your lungs. As you exhale, see if you can rotate just a little further. Breathe. One more deep inhale here, lengthen your spine. One more slow exhale, rotating just a little further if it's available to you. And then slowly bring your trunk back to face the front. We're going to take it to the other side. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand to the floor behind you, pushing down. Breathing deeply. Trying to move deeper into the pose with an exhale if you are in fact going to move deeper into the pose. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. See if you can bring your awareness to the depth of your breath, of the feeling of the stretch. One more deep inhale here. Really lengthen your spine. Reach the top of your head towards the sky. One more slow exhale, trying to round just a little further if it's available to you. And then slowly bring yourself forward to face the front. Taking a deep inhale, let those arms rise up to the ceiling. Reach. As you exhale, bring them behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, reach your knuckles to the floor, lift your chin and your chest, and really feel the chest spreading open and wide. As you exhale, begin to fold forward. So you're bringing your forehead towards the floor. Don't worry about how far you get or how close you get to it. Breathe. You can stay right here as you are, or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, just lift your hands up off of your hips, up towards the sky. No pinching, no pain. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, stop. Slowly lowering those arms back down to your hips. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, begin to lift your trunk back up to face the front. Breathe. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, try to bring both hands over to your left hip. So if that pinches in your shoulder, then back it off. Use the strap. You can take the strap and put it behind your back so that you can reach it with a little less intensity. So the ideal is to eventually get those hands all the way over there. But you're focusing on that right shoulder. If it feels like pinching or pain now, it's going to feel like pinching or pain later. So use your strap or just keep your hands at the center of your back. Find the expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, turn to your left. Breathe, lengthen your spine. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. And as you exhale, see if you can release and relax them just a little bit. Don't try to go for everything all at once. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly. And slowly turn back to face the front. Drop the knuckles to the floor. Lengthen as you inhale, arching up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Find the expression of the pose you can hold with ease. Stay right there, or with an exhale, lift your arms from your hips all the way up to the ceiling. No pinching, no pain. And then slowly lower those hands back down to your hips, slowly rounding up one vertebra at a time. Leave your chin on your chest till your spine is straight. Then we're going to try and take both hands over to your right hip. Same thing. If it feels like pinching or pain in that left shoulder, use your strap to try and hold it so that you can bring it into a stretch, but not one that hurts. Close your eyes for a moment. Really bring your attention to that left shoulder. As you take a deep breath, imagine that you're expanding in the areas of tightness or restriction. And as you exhale, imagine that you're melting those areas of tightness or restriction. You're just gently asking your body to open. Without struggle, without strain. Take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, turn to your right. If that's available to you, if you already feel a stretch where you are, stay there. Enjoy the stretch. No struggles, no strain, no pinching, no pain. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. Lengthen your spine. With an exhale, see if you can rotate just a little further. No struggles. And then bring your chest back to face the front. Drop your knuckles one more time as you lift your chin and your chest. Really push those shoulders back and open that chest as you exhale, round forward. Stay here, or with an exhale, lift your arms from your hips. Slowly lowering those arms back to your hips, slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Releasing your fingers, taking your arms out to the side. Lift your fingers to the ceiling. Reach your palms in opposite directions. So you're really reaching those palms out. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, your left arm comes underneath of your right arm. Try to bring the palms to meet. If they don't meet, it's fine to have the back of your hand here. It's fine even to have your hand here. But look at your shoulders. You have your shoulders up by your ears. Try to lower them down. Try to get them away from your ears. If you can get your thumb to rest right in the center of your forehead, that's great. Take a deep inhale. Let the arms rise up towards the sky. No pinching, no pain. As you exhale, gently bring them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. One more time. Inhale. The bottom of your lungs fills with air as your arms rise up. Exhale, bring them down. And then release. Taking your arms out to the side again. Palms facing the walls to your side. Fingertips facing the sky. Really reach, lengthen. As you exhale, take your right elbow underneath of your left. Try to bring the palms to meet. Remember, they can just be the backs of your hands. Feel your shoulders begin to pull up to your ears. Lower them down. Breathe. Breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. And as you exhale, see if you can release just a little bit of tension. On your next inhale, fill your lungs to the bottom as your arms rise up towards the sky. And then exhale them down. Move only in the range of motion that doesn't cause pain for you. Inhale as they go up. Exhale as they come down. One more time. Follow your own breath. Inhaling, the bottom of your lungs fills with air. Exhaling, bring them back down. Separating your arms, just shaking them out. Just move your neck around a little bit. Shoulder shrugs, just loosen everything up. And then we're going to straighten your left leg all the way up. The right knee is going to bend the right foot flat. Again, sitting up on a block can be helpful. If it feels like struggle or strain, sit up on your block. If you feel like you can't get your leg straight, sit up on the block on a higher edge. Pull the toes back and try to get that leg nice and straight. The kneecap pointed straight up. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fall halfway forward. Just point your fingers to where the wall meets the ceiling. As you inhale, reach out through your fingertips. As you exhale, let your hands drop down to your foot. If your hand doesn't touch your foot, use your strap. Wrap it around the bottom of your foot. And then just engage that. That helps to pull the toes back. It helps to get you a hamstring stretch without causing pain in the back. Just see if you can find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with these. And breathe. No struggles and no strains. Breathe deep into your belly and lengthen. As you exhale, fall further forward. Breathe in. Melting into your pose. So find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Without struggle, without strain. Make sure that kneecap stays pointing up to the ceiling. The tendency is to let your leg rock out, take some tension off. And I'd rather you come up from the pose a little bit and get that kneecap straight up and down. One more breath here. One more slow exhale here. And then slowly begin to unfold, bringing your spine back up straight. We're going to take your right foot and bring it to the outside of your left knee. Am I in your way, Lola? Lolita, bonita? So we're going to take your left elbow and just wrap it around that right knee and pull it into your chest, trying to get your spine tall and long. If all you can do is reach it with your hands, that's perfectly fine. If you can bring your elbow around it, that's a beautiful thing. Let's inhale your right arm up to the ceiling, lengthening. As you exhale, bring it to the floor behind you, turning towards that right leg. No struggle, no strain. If you got to hold on with both hands right there so that your shoulders don't pinch, that's perfectly fine. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Deep into your belly. Exhale slowly. No struggles, no strains. Feel your belly press into that right thigh as you inhale. As you exhale, see if you can rotate towards that right just a wee bit more. If it's within your knees, it doesn't cause pain or struggle or strain. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then bring your chest back to face the front. So you have a couple of options here. You can either stay just as you are, just bringing both arms around your knee, or you can bend that left knee underneath of you. You can stay right there, again, pulling that chest into your knee into your chest, or you can try and stack your knees one on top of the other. So find the expression of the pose that you can hold without pain. We're not looking for everybody to look alike. We're looking for you to be able to stretch that right hip. If it's stacked, that's great. If it's not stacked, it's great. That right leg, that left leg out straight, whatever way you can find the expression of the pose. And then close your eyes and just breathe into those hips. This is a really deep hip stretch. If it feels like it's too much for you, sit up on a block. It makes it much easier. Close your eyes and stay right where you are. If you have your knees stacked, if you like, you can try and fold further forward, or you can stay up straight. No struggles and no strains. Find an expression of each and every pose. You can hold with ease. Breathe. One more really deep inhale here. One more slow exhale, melting into the pose. If you're folded forward, slowly bring yourself back up to straight. We're going to uncross your legs wherever you are. We're going to have both legs out straight, toes pulled back. So this is another one. You may use your strap. If it feels like it hurts your back to sit up like that, sit up on a block, sit up on a pillow. We have extra high pillows here. If you feel like you need more, just let me know and I'll help you get there. Breathe. Just keeping your spine long and straight. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling or just hold your strap. Exhale, fold forward. You can bring your hands right to your feet or you can use that strap. Those pillows are awesome. If it feels like you have any back pain, sit up on one of those pillows like he just brought you. It takes you a little higher than the block. So if your hands don't touch your feet, go ahead and use your strap. Close your eyes and just feel that stretch. If you feel pain or discomfort, back out of it. The idea is to find an expression of the pose that doesn't cause you discomfort. Lengthen your spine as you inhale and either stay right where you are or with an exhale, fold further forward. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then gently begin to unfold. We're going to bend your left knee. And keep your strap right where it is. You may want to use it. We're doing the same thing we did on the other side. So either hold on to your strap with that leg straight, that kneecap up, or inhale your arms to the ceiling, lengthening your spine. Exhaling, falling halfway forward, looking at your fingers, pointing to where the wall meets the ceiling. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, bring your hands to the bottom of your foot or use your strap. Find the thing that allows you to ease into your pose, to release any thoughts of how difficult it is or challenging or why am I not so bendy. Find an expression of the pose where you could just kind of enjoy the feeling of the stretch. If you push the back of your knee gently down towards the floor, you'll be deactivating your hamstring, making it easier to release. A gentle push down towards the floor with the back of your knee. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Each inhale, imagine your spine lengthening like an accordion. Each exhale, if it's available to you, fold further forward without struggle, without strain. We'll take one more deep inhale here, lengthening. One more slow exhale, folding further forward if it's available. And then slowly begin to unfold. So you're going to keep that right leg out straight. We're going to take your left leg and just bring it to the outside. So you have options. You can stay right here, just holding on to that knee, or you can take your right elbow and wrap it around that knee, helping you to get your spine nice and long. Inhaling that left arm up towards the sky, exhaling it towards the floor behind you, turning towards your left. So if that bothers you in any way, just hold your arms right there and keep your spine in whatever amount of twist it can tolerate without pain. That backhand that's on the floor, if you push down into that hand, it helps you to lengthen your spine. That lengthening creates space. Space to allow you to rotate further, maybe after 2 or 3 deep inhales and slow exhales, you find the space that will enable you to rotate further, or perhaps you'll just find greater ease in the position which you have found yourself in. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale here, lengthening. One more slow exhale, rounding just a little further. And then begin to bring your chest back to the front. So here's where you have choices. You can stay right here, just gently using both both arms to pull that left knee into your chest, or you can bend that right knee underneath of you. Sorry. So you can stay just like this, whatever works for your body. You can bring both elbows around and draw it into your chest, or you can try and stack one knee right on top of the other knee. Find an expression of each and every pose that's right for you. Staying right here where you are, or with an exhale, folding forward over your knees. Wherever you are, breathe so that you feel your belly gently pressing against your thigh with the inhale. As you exhale, release a little bit of tension, a little bit of effort. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale, the belly expands. One more slow exhale, melt. If you fold it forward, gently bring yourself up to a tall, easy seated position. We're going to straighten both legs. One more forward fold, and then we'll go into some other stuff. We got ourselves warmed up. Everything's moving, easy breezy. Pull the toes back, gently push down into the floor. Inhale your arms to the ceiling, lengthening. Exhale, folding forward, either your hands to the bottom of your foot or use your strap. Close your eyes and feel your spine. Make sure that your back feels like it's at ease. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Each inhale, imagine your spine lengthening. Each exhale, either stay where you are, just releasing some tension from the pose, or fold deeper into it. Always try to move with the exhale. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then gently bring your spine back up to straight. Bending your knees, just gently wrapping your arms around your knees, hugging them in and dropping your chin down towards your chest. So this is a modification of child pose. If you're ever in the need of a child pose and it's too much for you to sit down on your thighs and your knees, just sit down like this, wrap your arms around your knees, drop your chin towards your chest, and breathe. Feel your belly push into your thighs, feel your rib cage expand out to the back and to the sides. As you exhale, melt deeper into your pose. Breathe. Slowly releasing, coming onto all fours. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So we have little foam bars. If you have a problem with your knees and it hurts to kneel, right back there against the mirror, there's a little foam bar. You can use that. Or you can take your mat and you can fold it up so that you have a little bit of extra foam underneath of your knees. So if your wrists bother you, you can do a little fist. You can have your hands into a fist where you can bring your hands flat. You basically just want to get your hands underneath your shoulders and your hips just above your knees. So we're just going to warm them up a little bit, rocking forward and back gently. Bring your hips back towards your heels, no pain. And then bring your shoulders in front of your hands. Just bringing some weight bearing and mobility for the shoulders and the hips. If you turn the creases of your elbows forward while you're doing this, you're going to be making your shoulders a little bit more stable. And then we're going to bring your hands just below your shoulders, your hips just above your knees, and begin to circle them gently around. So if you just keep an eye on your shoulders, circling around your hands, your hips will do what they need to do. You don't have to think about them at all. But try to slow those circles down. So you're trying to inhale up one side of the circle, exhale up the other side of the circle. You're just bringing fluid and lubrication to your hip joints, to your shoulder joints. This should feel good. One more full circle, and then just reverse the direction. Inhaling, connecting your breath to your motion. Exhaling down the opposite side. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. One more full circle, ending with your shoulders just above your hands, your hips just above your knees. We're going to take a couple of cat and cow pose. So with the cow, your belly drops, your chin rises, your eyes look up. As you exhale, you round like an angry cat, spreading your shoulder blades apart, letting your chin drop down, tucking your tailbone under. Exhale. Inhale, the cow, belly drops, chin rises. Exhale, the cat. Inhale, the cow. This is one of my favorite poses. It moves your spine, every segment of your spine, through all of its ranges of motion. Follow your own breath. Inhaling the cow, exhaling to cat. One more time. Inhale the cow, exhale to cat. Bring yourself to a flat back. So we're going to go through bird dog, but there's a couple of ways we can do this. The ultimate way, the end way, is to raise your opposite arm and leg. But if that feels like it's too much balance for you, you can just do one arm at a time. We'll come back, left arm at a time, one leg and one leg. We're going to do it 2 times on either side, so you'll have the opportunity to do them together or separate. So if you pull your belly towards your spine, turn the creases of your elbow forward, take a deep inhale to your belly. With the exhale, your belly comes to your spine. Either raise just your right arm or your right arm and your left leg together at the same time. Look forward to the arm. As you inhale, raise it up. As you exhale, bring it down. So take a deep inhale. As you exhale, belly to the spine, either raise just your left arm or your left arm and your right leg. Breathing. Look forward to your arm and lift it. And then bring it down. So those of you that are doing the arm and leg, we're going to go back to that combination. If you're doing just a single limb, we're going to raise just your right leg. Your left leg, sorry. So take a deep inhale, you exhale, your belly comes to the spine for stabilization. Either raise just your left leg or your right arm and your left leg. You have options. Find the one that feels like a challenge, but not a trouble. See if you can lift it up and bring it back down. So same thing, we're going to go to the other side. If you're doing just a single limb, you'll be raising your right leg. Always do it as you exhale and pull your belly to your spine, left arm, right leg, or just the right leg. Look forward, and then see if you can lift it, and bring it down, and breathe. Just shake it out a little bit, do a couple little circles in one direction or in the other, just to loosen things up. No struggles, no strains, and breathe. So we're going to take a thread the needle pose. You're on all fours again, your hands just below your shoulders, your knees just below your hips. We're going to take your left arm out to the side. So look out to your left arm if you can, if it doesn't bother your neck. As you inhale, lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring that left arm underneath of you, so the back of your left hand just rests on the floor. So we're just going to warm this up here. So inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, take it under. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it under, and just leave it right there. So you have options now. You can either stay up on that right arm straight, or you can drop down to your right elbow. Find the expression of the pose you can hold with ease. You can stay there right where you are, or you can take your right ear all the way to the floor. Your left ear to the floor, sorry. And breathe. No pinching or pain in that left shoulder. If it feels like pain, back out of the pose. You can stay here right where you are, or you can raise your right leg up towards the sky. You don't have to go into all these little permutations of each pose. I'm trying to give everyone something that feels like a challenge. So breathe. Feel the depth of your breath. Feel the strength or the stretch of each pose. Bringing that right knee back down. Slowly dropping your hips towards your heels. If that doesn't bother your knees, if it bothers your knees, just stay up on high knees and breathe. Slowly slide your right hand back towards you. Push down in that right arm to help you come back up. So your right hand, your right knee, and your right foot are all in one line. Try to take your left foot back to meet that line. So you can stay just like this, where you can take your left arm up to the sky. If you feel like you have a balance issue, take your right foot and just swing it off the edge of your mat so you have a wide base of support. Look up to the ceiling if it doesn't bother your neck. Stay here or raise your left foot from the floor. Breathe. Find an expression of each pose that you can hold with ease. Bring that left foot back to the floor. Bring your left hand to the floor. Bring both knees to the floor. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Remember, it's not about how deep you go into each pose. It's that you master whatever level you can get to. Start by reaching your right arm out to the wall. As you inhale, lift that right arm up towards the sky. Follow with your eyes. As you exhale, take it underneath you, the back of your right hand on the floor. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. One more time. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale it to the floor, and either stay just like this with your left arm straight. Drop your left elbow to the floor, or bring your right ear all the way to the floor. Find the expression of the pose you can hold with ease. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Stay right here or lift your left leg, pointing your toes to where the wall meets the ceiling in the back of your room. Feel the strength or the stretch or the depth of your breath. Always try to bring your focus back to the moment in which you are. Lowering that left leg to the ground. If you can, without bothering your knees, drop your hips all the way to your heels. Feel your belly expand with the breath. As you exhale, slowly slide your left hand back towards you so you can use that left hand to help push you up. Your left hand, your left knee, and your left foot are in one line. Bring your right foot back to meet that line. And then if you want, take your left foot and just swing it off the outside of your mat. It gives you more support as you raise the right arm up to the sky. Breathe. Looking up at your right arm, if it doesn't bother your neck, you can stay there or raise your right foot from the floor. Breathe. Feel the strength of your pose. Pull your belly into your spine to support your back. Drop that right foot. Drop your knees and your hands back to all fours. Just do a couple little forward and back moves or rotations through the shoulders. It's perfectly fine. And breathe. We're going to come up onto your knees. So in a tall kneeling posture. So again, those little bars go a long way if you have knee pain. Or fold your mat so that your knees are supported by an extra layer of foam. Find something that allows you to do the pose. Hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, try to bring yourself up onto just the right knee. So you're kneeling on the right, the left one's in front. That is always backwards for me. So So I've got everybody confused. It doesn't matter. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Look up to your hands. Breathe. Bring your hands back to heart center. So we're going to take the outside elbow, the one with the kneeling knee, and bring it to the outside of the opposite knee, pushing into it and rotating. Just gently breathing. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Push into your hands and see if you can rotate just a little further. Without struggle, without strain. And then slowly bring the chest back to the front. Whichever knee you have up and in front, we're going to bring it back and take the opposite one out. Move slowly. If it bothers your knees, fold your mat or use a pillow at home, whatever you've got. Take your arms up to the ceiling, arching slightly back. And breathing. Bring your hands down to the heart center. Take your elbow to the outside of the knee. Push into the hands and rotate towards that knee that you have out in front. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Lengthen and breathe. Bringing your chest back to the front, bringing your knee back underneath of you. Hands at heart center, take a deep inhale as you exhale. Take your right leg out to the right. So the leg is straight, the big toe side of your foot just rests on the floor. If you'd like to, you can try and put the foot flat. That just stretches the outside ligaments of your ankle. It's perfectly fine. Squeeze this muscle here. You're getting a stretch on the inside of your hamstrings, the adductors. Take your arms to the ceiling as you inhale. As you exhale, drop your right hand to your right leg, reach your left arm up and over. If you can look up to that arm, that's great. Try to have your chest facing forward, not down towards the floor. So rotate that left shoulder back just a little bit and breathe. Deep into your belly, exhaling slowly. No struggles, no strains. Feel that left rib cage with your next breath. Really bring your focus to that rib cage and breathe into it. As you exhale, bring your right hand up to meet your left, back down to heart center. Bring that knee underneath and take it to the opposite side. So your left leg comes out to the left. The big toe side of your foot can be rested on the floor, or you can try and drop the bottom of your foot flat. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling, lengthening. Exhale. Left hand drops to the left leg, right arm reaches over. Then rotate that right shoulder back so that your chest is facing forward, not down. Breathe deeply into that rib cage. Feel the expansion of it. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand up to meet your right, back into heart center. Bring that knee underneath of you. And then we're going to come to the floor in a seated position. You can either bring your hips right down on top of your thighs, or take a block, put it there so that your knees are better, or a pillow. Or you can even take your block and just bring it so that you can add it as a seat, so that it bears your weight and you're not jamming down onto your knees. Find the expression of a pose you can hold these. If none of those things work, just sit down regular. Find the thing that works for you that doesn't cause pain in your knees. There's no good, bad, or indifferent here. Just bring it to the floor in whatever way you can get there. Hands to heart center, and let's just bring our focus and attention back to our breath for a moment. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly. If you feel any discomfort in the knee joints or anywhere else, just bring yourself out of the pose. It's perfectly fine. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then we're going to just lift up and come into an easy seated position. Easy seated position, hands rested on the backs of your knees. I meant to say backs of your hands rested on your knees. I'll take all of that out in post-production. So bringing your hands into heart center. Pull your belly to your spine, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, try to raise your legs, lower them down, and straighten them out. If you need to have your hands on the floor to do that, that's perfectly fine. So you're going from here lifting the legs and bringing them out straight. The hands can help support the back. Pull the toes back, bring your arms forward. We're going to slowly lower down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Again, you can use your arms. Don't cause pain in your back just so that you can try and do things the way that I'm doing. Coming to a flat back. Just taking a small shavasana here, just allowing your body to melt into the floor, find its area of ease. No struggles and no strains. Take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up to the ceiling, your lungs fill to the bottom. As you exhale, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingers, reach forward with your heels, stretch. As you exhale, bring your knees to your chest, let your hands float down and hold on to your knees. Drawing them into your chest, your shoulders relaxed, your jaw relaxed. Breathe deeply into your belly so that you feel the belly press against your thigh. As you exhale, so you can draw your knees in just a little deeper. Breathe. You're going to take a deep inhale here. With the exhale, release your left arm out to the side, like half of the letter T. So you're holding both knees with your right hand. And as you exhale, take both knees over towards your right. Just a small spinal twist. So if your knees don't make it all the way to the floor, slide the block underneath of your bottom knee, or slide a pillow underneath your knee so that they can relax, so that they're not just hanging out there in midair. Use little props like pillows or blocks to create ease in your pelvis. Nothing about this class should feel like a struggle. If it doesn't bother your neck, turn your head to the left. That gives you the full spinal twist. No struggles, no strains. So you can pull your knees up to about the level of your belt. So if I was to draw a line through your thigh, it would go right through the center of your belt. Deep inhale, feel the places of tightness or tension. Imagine that you're expanding them with your breath as you breathe in. As you exhale, melt. Take a deep breath to your belly. As you exhale, slowly lift your knees up towards the ceiling. Your back is flat. Draw both hands onto your knees, into your chest again. Breathe. Releasing your right arm out to the side like half of the letter T. Both hands are held with your left knee. With your exhale, slowly bring those knees over towards your left. So again, if your knees don't touch the floor, slide your block underneath of your knees or slide a pillow underneath of your knees so that you can find a position of ease. Turn your head to the right if that doesn't bother your neck. Breathe in. Exhaling slowly. Melting into your pose. If it bothers that right shoulder, just slide your hand down the floor towards your hip. Find an expression of each and every pose that you can release. We can release struggle or strain. One more breath, you'll really feel those areas of tightness and tension expanding with that inhale. As you exhale, pull your belly to your spine, begin to roll onto your back. Take your hands to your knees, draw them into your chest. Release any tension from your shoulders, release any tension from your jaw. So we have a couple of options for the next pose as well. We're either going to do a full shoulder stand or take your hands behind your knees and straighten your legs up towards the sky. Now, if you can't reach behind your knees, just use your strap. So you can put the strap behind your knees, you can hold that and get your legs up. If you'd like to do the full shoulder stand, bring your knees to your chest, push your legs up, and support your lower back with your hands. Either way, you're still getting the inversion. Whether your back is flat, your legs are up to the sky, or if you're up in the full shoulder stand, no tension on your neck. Wherever you are, spread your legs wide like the letter V. Circle your ankles around one direction, And then circle your ankles in the opposite direction. Point your toes towards the ceiling and then bring your legs back together. Well, either way, shoulder stand or with a flat back, let your right leg drop towards your nose. So keep the leg straight, just bring it as if you were trying to touch your toes behind your head. Your left leg points straight up to the sky. And then bring that right leg back up to meet the left. Keep the right straight up to the sky and let your left drop back as if you were trying to touch the toes of the floor behind you. Bring the left back to meet the right. Stay right where you are or drop both legs back as if you were trying to touch the toes of the floor behind you. And then bring them back to the ceiling. If you're up on the shoulder stand, slowly bring yourself back down to a flat back. Support both legs with the hands, legs straight up to the sky. Release your left foot, leg all the way down to the ground, holding both hands behind your right. Pull your belly to your spine, and as you lower your right leg down to Shavasana, final relaxation. We got there. Yay! So in final relaxation, you want your body to be at ease. So if it feels like it's discomfort in your back when you're laying with your legs out straight, bend your knees, slide a pillow underneath of your knees, or use one of our exercise balls or anything you'd like. Put your legs over top of your dog. So there's a small bend in your knees. Let your arms lie out to your sides. Would you like a ball underneath your knees? Lay it out and grab one. If you have back pain, it's a really good idea to try and put one of these underneath of your legs. If anyone else would like one, just raise your hand. I'll bring you one. Would you like one? Well, everybody. This is a decompressive position for your spine. That basically just means it's taking the pressure off of your spine while you're lying down. My yoga classes are always going to be focused on making sure that the spine is healthy, that the back is at ease. Put your legs up on the mat. And free. So let your arms lie by your side. Let your palms be facing up. Let your attention and focus come to your breath. One. Breathe deeply into your lungs, through your nose to the bottom of your lungs, and bring your awareness to the sensations you feel with that breath. As you exhale, just gently melt into the floor. Release tension, release worries, release judgments and fears, release everything along with your breath and come to stillness. I'm going to ask that you imagine that you're lying out in nature under the stars on the ground with your feet just close up to a campfire. You can feel the crackling warmth of that campfire. Your marshmallows are sitting by your side, ready to make s'mores, but for the moment, just bring your focus to the warmth you feel at the bottoms of your feet coming from that warm amber glow of that fire. Imagine that as you take a really deep breath into the very bottom of your lungs, that warmth is drawn up through the bottoms of your feet to the ankles and to your calves. If you like, you can imagine that warm and amber light is drawn up along with it, helping to bring ease to the muscles of your ankles and your feet and your calves. With your next breath, imagine that warmth is drawn up even further over your knees, into your thighs, melting away any tension, any dis-ease, any tightness. Imagine that your next breath, drawn deep into the bottom of your lungs, draws that warmth, that amber light, up over your hips, into the low back and your belly. Imagine that warmth, that light, that energy is revitalizing. It's healing, soothing. Imagine that your next breath, drawn deep into the bottom of your lungs, is drawing that light, that warmth, through your legs, your core, up over the fingers, the forearms, into the bottoms of your rib cage. Imagine that warmth just brings ease and relaxation to the muscles. It releases tension and tightness. Imagine taking your next breath deep into the bottom of your lungs, drawing that warmth and that light up over your arms, into the ribs and the shoulders. Imagine that it melts away fears and worries, tightness and tension. Imagine that it brings along with it ease, and healing, and health. One more deep breath taken deeply into the very bottom of your lungs draws that warmth up through the legs, across the belly and the pelvis, into the shoulders, the neck, and over the head, enveloping your entire body in warm, healing light. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly. And then simply let your mind shift. Bring your mind to a thought of gratitude for something for which you are grateful. Something simple like a meal, a great laugh, good friends, your health, peace in your heart, in your world. Whatever you are grateful for, hold it in mind and just feel your body in gratitude. Just feel what your body feels. Don't worry about labels or am I doing it right? Just gently hold a thought for which you are grateful and feel your body. We generally know what our bodies feel like in anger. We feel the tension. We feel the tightness. We don't spend a lot of time feeling our bodies in gratitude. Gratitude for the health you have. And slowly release your thought of gratitude and let your mind come to stillness. Any distractions, any thoughts that enter, let them be noticed, but don't attach to them. Bring your mind to stillness. And then bring it back to stillness. Never wanders off. We'll slowly start to bring awareness back to your body by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Just bringing awareness to the feeling of motion of those small joints. Not ones we pay attention to often. Spread your fingers apart, spread your toes apart, and feel the space between your fingers. Feel the space between your toes. And then let your hands and your feet just relax. Take a deep inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. With an exhale, slide your arms down and away from you and feel a gentle stretch between your shoulder and your neck. And just let your shoulders relax. Just gently begin to let your head rock from side to side, moving your neck in whatever way feels comfortable for it. Just bringing awareness to the motion of the spine. And then let that relax. Take a deep inhale. Your belly fills with air as your arms rise up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, let them fall to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with your legs, and just feel the stretch. If your legs are up on a ball, just reach back with your arms. Don't worry about the leg portion. Take a deep breath into your belly, reach. And as you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, let your hands float down. One at a time, either hold on top of your knees or behind your knees. Remember, if you can't reach your knees, just use the strap. Find ease. And then you can begin to rock from side to side gently on the floor if you'd like. Just waking your spine up, bringing sensation and motion to the spine. And then when you're ready, rolling onto your right side, lying there in a fetal position for just a moment, supporting your head with a pillow or your hands made into a pillow, or use the yoga block. Just have your neck in a neutral position and bring your awareness back to one more breath. Breathing deeply in through your nose to the bottom of your lungs. Exhaling slowly. Breathing. When you're ready, gently start to begin to push yourself up to an easy seated position. Easy seated position is anyone where your spine is straight and it is at ease. So that means sitting up on a block, sitting up on a pillow, or even sitting in a chair, it's perfectly fine. Find an expression of each pose you can hold with ease. Close your eyes and feel that spine. As you take a deep inhale to the bottom of your lungs, try to reach your spine up towards the ceiling, just lengthening it. And as you exhale, see if you can hold that tall and lengthened posture with ease. No struggles and no strains. As you take another deep inhale, the spine lengthens. As you exhale, bring your hands up in the heart center in a prayer position. The thumbs press gently into your chest, dropping your chin. You guys have done a wonderful job. Namaste and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mr. Bill.
Thank you guys for coming and everybody out there in TV land all across the globe.
Thank you.
Very nice.
We will have class next Saturday. Just be aware that they're having some sort of festival over here at the bottom of A1A. So it might be a little challenging to get through. We'll be back in class next week. We'll be back on YouTube next week. The weekend of the 18th, I will not be here because that's moving weekend. So we will not have class. I am excited. It's a new adventure. It's a new world.
You need Jim's help.
Yes. I know he's at home watching and practicing. She's offering her husband, which is so nice. So the weekend of the 18th, we will not be here. We will be here next weekend. Even though it is Labor Day weekend, we'll have a special Labor Day edition. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye now. Don't say any curse words yet. We're not off the thing.